Am I the a-hole for panicking when my FWB caught feelings, only to realize I was in love with her the whole time? So, about 6 months ago, I went out for drinks with friends, including Chris, fake name. We've known each other since middle school. Never super close, but always friendly. That night, she got really drunk, and another guy in the group was aggressively flirting with her while sober. Something about it made me uncomfortable, so when everyone walked home, I stayed on her couch just to make sure she was okay. The next morning, over breakfast, she admitted she thought I was cute and asked if I'd be interested in a friends with benefits situation. At the time, we had both just gotten out of relationships, so I agreed. Honestly, it worked surprisingly well. Over time, we became genuinely close friends. We started hanging out just to hang out more often than for anything physical. We even had rules. No staying the night. No acting flirty around friends. Keep things casual. But then things started changing. One night, she asked me to stay because she just needed someone to cuddle with. After that, one of us stayed over almost every time. She also started flirting with me more openly around friends. That's when I realized she probably had feelings for me. The problem? I thought I didn't feel the same. Don't get me wrong, she's incredible, beautiful, kind, smart, driven. She volunteers at a soup kitchen every week. She's genuinely one of the best people I've ever met. But I had just gotten out of a toxic relationship, and the idea of another serious relationship terrified me. So I called her and basically told her I knew she had feelings and that I didn't feel the same way. Immediately afterward, I realized I might have made a huge mistake. Thankfully, I had therapy that day. I talked through how badly my last relationship damaged my ability to trust people and how fear was controlling my reaction. After sitting with my thoughts for a while, I called her again. She didn't answer. I texted and asked if we could talk in person. She agreed to dinner. And when we sat down, I finally told her the truth. I told her her voice was my favorite sound, that her smile was what I saw when I closed my eyes, that I had panicked because I was scared, not because I didn't care, and that if she was willing to be patient with me, I wanted to give us a real shot. Thankfully, she said yes. That weekend, I took her on our first real date. I bought her pink lilies after secretly finding out they were her favorite flower. I took her to a fancy Italian restaurant she'd once mentioned wanting to try. And the second she opened the door, I completely forgot how to function. I'm a photographer. I've photographed models on beaches, landscapes across Europe, weddings in Italy. But nothing prepared me for seeing her standing there waiting for me. We went to dinner, then to a bar with live music. A band started playing Something by the Beatles, and she mentioned it was her favorite slow song. So I asked her to dance. Then she kissed me. We'd kissed before, but this time it felt completely different, like the whole world disappeared for a second. Afterward, we spent the entire next day together talking about the future, kids, marriage, travel, life goals. That's when it hit me. For months, we'd already basically been together. I just hadn't admitted it to myself. Update, 8 months later, we moved in together. And honestly, it's the healthiest relationship I've ever had. No games, no chaos, no pretending, just peace. Eventually, she started dropping hints about marriage and weddings. Even I could pick up on them. So I started planning. I secretly booked us a trip to Italy under the excuse of a photography job. I planned to propose on a Ferris wheel at sunset. The night before, I was so nervous I could barely think straight. I even talked to my therapist because I was obsessing over making everything perfect. Then the day finally came. We wandered the city together all day with no plans because I realized that's what made her happiest. That evening, I took her to dinner and then to a festival near the Ferris wheel. When we got to the top, I completely panicked. I couldn't even remember which pocket the ring was in, and before I could get the words out, she smiled and said, "Yes." Apparently, she could tell I was spiraling and wanted to save me from myself. So now, I'm engaged to the woman I almost pushed away because I was too scared to let myself be loved. And honestly, I can't wait to make her my wife. So tell me, am I the a-hole?